Well, this chuck steak's going to get cooked up like it is a ribeye. So we're going to fancy it up, finish it with some cowboy butter. Let's cook.
Tom Garvey, the keto cook. Tom Garvey, the keto cook. Beef and butter, and don't forget those ribs.
Everybody, welcome back. I am Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. You see there some garlic, some green onions, a little lemon, some salt, some pepper, also some pepperoncino, paprika, and also some cayenne pepper. We're going to be using some thyme, also some parsley flakes. You can see the cayenne. Now, I got to explain to you, this sauce that I am making, all right, it is to be served warm or cold, put on top of the steak. It is a compound butter, basically what it is. And it has Dijon mustard in it. And today I'm going to be using some Worcestershire sauce with some Tommy spice also. That's my own blend. Add a little bit of black pepper. Now, I got the salt there, but I'm not going to use it. I just wanted to, salt and pepper goes together. So I just put it there. You need to taste everything. So the hotter components, I am going to be using half a teaspoon of each. Half a teaspoon of cayenne, also some pepperoncino, pepper flakes, and also black pepper, all half a teaspoon. And then everything else will be getting 1 teaspoon. Okay, this is where I added a tablespoon of parsley. It should have been a teaspoon. It made the sauce a little bit more greener. Didn't affect the flavor whatsoever. But I just was looking for a little bit more of a reddish color to it. So things happen. But the blend together is phenomenal. You need to try this because it wakes up a steak like you would never believe. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but this is keto, very keto friendly. Right now, that's why I'm not going to be using too much salt because I'm using Tommy spice and that has salt in it. So Tommy spice is granulated garlic, granulated onion, granulated pepper, and kosher salt, and it is all equal parts. All right, finishing up the plate with a little bit of thyme on here. And now what I'm going to do is, that's a teaspoon. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting adding the bulky stuff. So I'm going to be adding in some green onions. Now, you can also use chives for this. You can use a shallot. You can also use a red onion, cut up real fine. I like working with green onion scallions. Gives us a nice flavor to it. So the whole idea of this is to bring different flavors together. Compound butter, that's what it means. You can add different flavors rather than just the butter. You can add just lemon and garlic to it. Back in restaurant days, I used to add some flour into the butter, garlic, put it off to the side, and that would be part for my sauce. So this I'm going to be cutting up a little bit smaller, all right? Because you want to balance everything out pretty much. Now I'm going to be using that garlic, but what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting that into a garlic press. This way I know it's consistent and smaller pieces. I got butter fingers right there, see? So all you do is just put it into the press, squeeze it down. I put everything together because guess what? We're not sauteing this. This is going into a warm melted butter, all right? And we're going to be adding in all the other components. This is the finish of the steak. And I'm telling you, you need to do this. This is fantastic. Okay, Forrest Gump time, all right? This right here, this compound butter, you can use on anything, this Cowboy Butter. You can use seafood, chicken, beef, pork, lamb. Even you can put it on top of pasta if you really wanted to. Give it a different way of, a different taste. But I put a little bit of What's-This-Here sauce in it. This is going to work great for beef. So, half a lemon, squeeze it in. Everything now is going to go into a pan with the butter. What I'm using is I'm going to be using what they call a bain-marie. It is a hot water bath, okay? We're not sauteing anything. You can see right there, water boiling, shutting it off. Put the butter on there. That's a stick and a half of butter. And I have some reserved. I'm going to put in a little bit later. Now I'm going to start adding in the components, okay? That is a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, all right? I'm going to mix that in. This really brings it together. It really does. And now I'm going to add in the rest of the components and just stir it around.
It's roundup time in May, ride in a saddle for my pay. Me and Chestnut ride all day, beef and smoke in the air. Cookie rings the dinner bell, we ride like hell, begin to smell that steak like no other. Oh man, it's Cowboy Butter. Cowboy butter on a steak, cast iron to a plate. It tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter, butter. It's roundup time in May, ride in a saddle for my pay. Me and Chestnut ride all day, beef and smoke in the air. Cookie rings the dinner bell, we ride like hell, begin to smell that steak like no other. Oh man, it's Cowboy Butter. Cowboy butter on a steak, cast iron to a plate. It tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter. Cowboy butter on a steak, cast iron to a plate. It tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter, butter.
All right, this is exactly where I want it. I don't want to go too much further with it because it will break. All right, this is, like I said, we're not cooking this. We are just melting it and combining everything together. So there we are. Now, next move, we're going to put some steaks on the burner.
It tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter. It's roundup time in May, ride in a saddle for my pay. Me and Chestnut ride all day, beef and smoke in the air. Cookie rings the dinner bell, like hell, begin to smell that steak like no other. Oh man, it's cowboy butter on a steak, cast iron to a plate. It tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter. Great cowboy butter on a steak. Cast iron to a plate, it tastes like no other. I want some more cowboy butter. Cowboy butter on a steak. Cast iron to a plate, it tastes like no other. I want some more.
Chuck steak and cowboy butter. Doesn't get any better. I'm telling you that right now. That's coming from the Keto Kid. I was in the saddle all day. By the way, ribeye, very expensive. Good cut of meat. I tell you one thing, this tasted just as good. Nice beefy flavor. Can't beat that cowboy butter. Please hit that like, subscribe button, and I'll see you next Wednesday. I'm Tom Glover, the Keto Cook. Stay safe.
Beef and smoke in the air. And cookie rings the dinner bell. We ride like hell, begin to